guys, and welcome to episode number 34 of Take on New York Sports. I'm Anthony Heaton here with you as always, and I'll be joined shortly by Ava. It is, what's today? Monday, September. I'm a month behind. October 11th, Columbus Day, and a lot of stuff to go over. We will start with the Yankees and obviously get into the Rangers and the NHL season, which, thank the Lord, starts tomorrow officially. But the Rangers obviously don't play until Wednesday, and that's really all I care about. So once Ava joins me, we're going to dive right into the Yankees, and their off-season plans and what they should do, what we think they'll do. But we could actually do about 7 seconds on football if you want. Let me just get Ava in here. Bum, 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 bum.
Hello.
What's up?
Nothing.
I was just saying that we can do like 7 seconds on football because
I can make this really easy. The Giants are hurt and the Jets suck.
There you go. I was gonna say they both suck, but I'll.
Well, I mean that's true, but
yeah, no, the Giants. They valiant effort, I guess. But when 90% of your team is injured or gets injured during the game, there's not really much you can do.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously, I know the big thing is with the Rangers, but we're going to get to that second half.
Start with baseball.
What?
Let's start with baseball. I'm mad about that too.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Off-season plans. Who do you think, stays? Who do you think goes? Who do you want to stay?
Here is my dilemma. Well, not really a dilemma, but just my dilemma with my own opinion.
Okay.
Luke Voigt is in my top 5 favorite players. Might have even cracked top 3. But he is definitely gone.
Okay.
After this, he has to be traded, and it's not his fault. It's not because he's a bad player. It's because he gets hurt. And if we re-sign Rizzo, which hopefully we do, he doesn't have a spot.
Right.
There's no point for us to keep him.
That's the big if. You know what I mean? Having a backup first baseman is one thing. Obviously, you could move the Mayu over there a bit if you have to. But I don't know. I mean, Voigt, he had that monster year last year in the 60-game season. A lot of injuries this year. And again, Rizzo, depending on what he wants, what the market is going to be for him at 32 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Gabby Hughes?
Gabby!
But yeah, it's going to be, first base is pretty much, I want Rizzo. I want him to stay. I know Freeman's a free agent. I don't think he's leaving Atlanta. I don't think there's any shot of that.
I think Gabby, just since Gabby's here really quick, I just want to mention
Tyler Wade.
That too. Tyler Wade could always play first if we need him to. But I do want to mention because she joined because I told her that I was going to end up arguing with you about Trevor Zegras. So, just really quick, so Gabby knows, Zegras for Calder. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Well, we'll see how my prediction stacks up with yours. I got to tell you, it's different though. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Just be prepared.
If you have Cole Caulfield, I'm going to be very mad at you.
All right, you're getting off track here. All right.
Sorry.
So like I said, Freeman's not going to go anywhere.
No.
Who else fits first base better than Rizzo at this point? You know what I mean? Well, yeah, Matt Olson is another option too from Oakland. But again, we've seen Rizzo play here because, playing in New York is a different animal, obviously. The idea of Matt Olson is nice for the fact that he's only 27.
Yeah.
But then again, what type of contract is he going to, command? And it's going to be heftier and it's going to be longer than Rizzo's. I'll tell you that right now because Rizzo's, 32?
Yeah, Rizzo, from what I've seen, wants 6 years, and I don't think he's
Oof,
getting 6 years from anyone.
no,
He not at 32.
no.
I think the Yankees are going to want to give him 4.
I think that yeah, I think they'd be happy at 4, maybe have to go to 5, but
If they
I'd
need
be
to meet in the middle and push it to 5,
yeah,
I think they
I'd be
will.
happy with 4 years. You know, 15 mil a year, whatever.
Yeah, no,
The
the
guy's
money
a
isn't the problem here.
right. The guy's a vacuum at first base. He saves so many wild throws and stuff like that.
Well, you have to if Gleyber Torres is playing shortstop.
Yeah, and he's got, you know, he's a good fit for Yankee Stadium. Obviously, being a lefty, he gets hit by pitches a lot. Which, hey, listen, that brings your on base percentage up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because he stands
but yeah,
over the
I
plate.
think I think they bring him back. I hope they do. But we'll see. Second base is
Gleyber.
well,
I okay. Here's my thing with Gleyber Torres.
yeah.
He's 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it once. I'll say it again. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not ready to give up on him, especially because we've seen he's a much better second baseman than he is a shortstop.
Right,
Obviously,
and it also translates to his offense. He
he
actually
hit.
hit the ball, right? Yeah, which was shocking to see at points during the season. But he yeah, much better defensively at second. Obviously, the bat woke up when he played second. So again, you want to go forward with Gleyber as your second baseman. It's not the worst thing in the world. I can live with it.
Definitely not.
Um, we'll skip shortstop right now and go to third base.
Third
Um,
base is where we have some discrepancy and where we can kind of just have a bunch
right. Well, you
because
know what? Let's put short and third base together
okay,
because they
Gio
basically
Urshela.
are one of your favorite words, intertwined.
I don't like you.
I know. But yeah, they
With the
obviously
exception
Gio
of
can play
DJ LeMahieu, because he doesn't play
right,
short. But
right. Gio can play both. DJ obviously can play third, second, first.
Tyler
But
Wade.
yeah, Tyler Wade. But the thing is, with all the shortstops on the market, plus we got two young kids, down in single A right now who are, talks of, they're going to be the future shortstop. Um, what do you do? Do you go big on a Trevor Story, on a
No.
Carlos Correa? Do you hold the fort down one more year, play Gio at short most of the year, LeMahieu at third most of the year, and then wait for Volpe or the other shortstop to come up? Um,
I'm gonna be flat out here.
yeah,
Unless you can sign Correa, no.
that's the
You
only one you want.
That's the only way. I don't want
Okay,
Story. I don't want
all right,
Story.
that's fair. Listen, I'm with you. And again, we don't even know what the new collective bargaining agreement is going to be.
Yeah.
So that's going to have a big, that's going to be a big factor in what they do going forward. Obviously the collective bargaining agreement now says that the luxury tax threshold is at what is it, 210 million?
I have no idea.
So yeah, 210 million. So does that go away completely? Does that get raised? Does that get lowered? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of I doubt it's going to get lowered, obviously, because players' contracts are what they are at this point. But
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be it's kind of really based on that, and that's why too this off season is going to probably be the slowest moving off season we've ever seen.
Yeah, because nobody wants to do anything big.
Right, because you don't know what, like I said, that the tax limit's going to be. You
They
don't
got to
know
figure
about the
that out.
universal DH and the NL, which it's probably going to be, but um, you don't know, and I don't know. So we're just going to kind of base our predictions and wants and stuff like that, on what we know of what the threshold is right now. But I'm with you. I think I think Correa, as much as I hate him as an
Can't
Astro,
stand the guy, but
obviously,
he's so
right.
good.
Right, but if he puts on a Yankee uniform, he's a Yankee. That's it. We root for the uniform, not the player.
Garrett Cole.
That's really it. Right. Obviously Correa's been there forever, but he's a stud. And if we can get him and he's 26, then I'm down with that. If not, I'm with you 100%. Let's hold the fort down for a year or so until we develop our two shortstops and see what we got.
Because my thing is, you look at these, with the exception of the Dodgers, you look at these organizations
Mm-hmm.
Tampa is the perfect example.
Mm.
All of their they're not paying anyone, and obviously
Nope.
it's not because they don't want to. They literally can't. But
Right. You stop
and
making too
they're
much money or get good enough to make too much money. They just trade you and get 3 players that are better than you. So,
exactly. And it works like that because they work with the players they have, which is why I've been saying don't blow up the roster. If you can get Carlos Correa, I'm not saying don't go get Carlos Correa,
right.
but that's really the only one I would get. Obviously, if it Mike Trout
Right. And
says
what
he
is he
wants to
going to
be a
want? A
Yankee,
Francisco Lindor contract, $300 million?
I'm not giving him Francisco Lindor money.
It's
Then
scary because
then we
obviously,
then we work.
we got Big G making his money. Judge is about to get paid. Cole obviously
And
gets
he
what he
just
gets.
rightfully so.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
If Judge is not extended this offseason, I might lose my mind. I don't want another Miko
I don't know. I
Zibanejad
mean, maybe they let
situation.
him ride out with the 18 million that he's probably going to, he's going to get this year with his last year of arbitration. And, maybe they talk during the season. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, I'm with you on the infield. We'll save catcher for last. We'll go to the outfield. Obviously, Judge is set in stone.
Stanton can probably play if Stanton can stay healthy like he did
Stanton's,
this year.
half your left field. Yep, absolutely. And he did
He
very
could
well
even play
this.
75% of the year.
Yeah, he did really well out there this year. Stayed healthy, thank God. And look at the production, Center field.
Brett Gardner.
Yeah, listen,
He's not
unless
going
you're,
anywhere.
wheeling him out there on his jazzy, if he wants to come back as a fourth outfielder, I'm down with that, man. The guy, he's 10, 11 pitch at bats on the regular, fighting off pitches, giving Judge and them a lot of pitches to see. I love Brett. He's not the player he once was, of course, but he's old.
Something I do want to point out though is that one game, the game where we were getting blown out by Tampa.
Yeah.
We were down by 10 runs. And he's still putting up monster at bats like this is a 1-run game. That's what I love about him is he's not just going to sit there and quit because we're down by 10 runs and just, let's get out of here. No.
Absolutely.
He sat there and he fouled off pitches and he worked the pitch count. And he did what a good baseball player should do.
It's just that's in his blood. That's in his DNA.
And he teaches that to these guys, which is important. See, you know what? I wouldn't be mad if when Brett Gardner retires, if he joins the coaching staff in any capacity.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would definitely, I mean, he can't be a worse hitting coach than Marcus Timms is. But that's another story. All right, so
11?
Hicks. Can we can please someone take him?
Yeah, I'll pay you to take him.
Is that possible? He only makes $10 million a year. He's a wonderful, marvelous,
you see that
lovely
one
player.
Catch.
Let's we'll even drive him to his new home,
we'll
whatever he needs. But yeah, and I'm right now I'm not even worrying about Andujar and Frazier because God only knows.
I do want to talk about Frazier really quick.
Okay.
He tweeted something
what he said
today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So what are we making of that?
I don't know. It worries me a little.
Yeah, it worries me too for him. Is he gonna come out here and say I'm blind in one of my eyes?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure that he's going to play baseball again. And
that's my fear, and I feel so bad.
Not coming from me. You've heard that from a couple different people that it may be that severe. Where obviously, if you can't see and you have blurry vision and headaches and all that stuff,
you shouldn't be playing the sport.
You can't compete, right? So as a person, you just wish him the best, and hopefully he can get that straightened out. He was a good
player.
Yeah, he was.
I'm not gonna sit here and say he was this all-star outfielder, but he came in clutch when we needed him to a couple times. He was one of my favorites too. I love him, but oh God,
the big question in the outfield is Joseph, 5 million strikeouts, Gallo,
but 4 million walks.
Listen, I like Gallo.
I love Gallo.
He's pretty good defensively. A couple blunders, but he's good defensively. I just me personally, the strikeouts. I hate the strikeouts. And again, I know nowadays with the new age baseball, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know what though? It's
annoying. It's a hole in the lineup. It's a free out.
To me, nothing's worse like leading off an inning or something like that, if he comes up and it's like 3 pitches, 3 swings, you're out. That's it. It's just
Gary Sanchez.
yeah. Well, I know he's arbitration eligible this year, so he's probably going to be here. I just I don't know.
My thing with Gallo.
Just work on the strikeouts, please. That's
Yeah.
all I ask. You look at Judge. He cut down his strikeout percentage like in half.
Like half.
Yeah, and look at the production he's had. It's not coincidence.
So yeah, that's what I think. I think if they can work with him this year, this off season, if he works on it in the off season, if they work with him out in his spring training, and he can, just cut the strikeouts down a little bit and work on actually getting base hits and not just being a home run walk or strikeout guy.
Lay down the bunt, man. He laid down so many bunt hits this year.
So
if they're going to give you that whole left side open,
do it every time.
Right, they're gonna shift on you every time because you're a straight pull hitter. Drop the bunt down, man. Do it 3-4 times in one game. You know what I mean? And if you get out 3-4 times, whatever, they're gonna have to start respecting that then. And know that at least it's in your repertoire.
Exactly. And when you see, I think there was only 2 times this season where he did the bunt and it didn't work. Because he runs hard to first base, and that's something I also admire about him, because we were talking about this all the time. Honestly, the only person I give a pass to is Giancarlo Stanton and maybe Luke Voigt because of injury reasons. But none of these guys run hard to first base except Joey Gallo and Aaron Judge and Brett Gardner.
And Derek Jeter.
Well, unfortunately, Derek Jeter is no longer on this team.
Right.
That'd be nice if he was, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's, do you give Florial a real shot in center field?
I mean, I think he earned it.
Do you just say Judge is our center fielder and go with that?
Judge. My thing with Judge is he's a damn good right fielder.
He is. He's a Gold Glover out there. He's a really good center fielder too. But how much,
how dare
more
he be
wear
so
and
good?
tear is that going to go? Take on his body if he has to play center field. Obviously, cover more ground and everything. So.
Just put Brett Gardner out there. It's fine.
Listen, Gardy did good this year for what he was. He was only
he wasn't supposed to play.
Right, he was supposed to be a 4th outfielder, maybe even a 5th outfielder, and he did his thing. Catcher.
This is hard because I love Gary Sanchez. I always have loved Gary Sanchez, and I was going on and on about. You remember I was going on and on about the Gary Sanchez redemption tour.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was a brief redemption tour, but it happened. And then it went back to you suck. So my thing with Gary Sanchez is he is quite literally the definition of a streaky hitter.
Yeah.
And the good thing about being a catcher is, we can talk about your defensive abilities and not really focus on your offense. The problem with Gary Sanchez is he sucks.
Yeah, he made progress last season. In the shortened season, and now this season he seemed to regress a bit this year. He's 28, so I don't know, where the
his mind is.
Right? Is it going to be which Gary Sanchez are we going to get if we keep him around here long term?
We're probably going to get the shitty Gary Sanchez because that's the Yankees' luck.
I mean, power wise, obviously, he can run into a fastball or he'll put up 30 home runs easily. The problem is he strikes out a lot as well, and he's almost a defensive liability back there.
He really is. And it's just that wasn't a good pitch. Okay, yeah, it wasn't a good pitch, but it was something that Gary Sanchez should have caught and been able to block, because that's what a catcher is for. It's to cover up and, help the mistakes of a pitcher.
Yeah.
And you know what? I know Garrett Cole was not fantastic during the wildcard game. That is not, a secret.
No.
But the people that were like, maybe if Gary Sanchez was behind the plate. No. Higashioka was telling him to throw pitches he knows Garrett Cole can throw.
Yeah.
Higashioka knows Garrett Cole.
That's what he wanted, his personal catcher, blah, blah, blah. They work well together. He just didn't have it. As far as the rest of the rotation goes, obviously Cole's here forever.
Severino?
Excuse me. Sevy looked great out of the bullpen. Obviously he couldn't be a starter. He wasn't stretched out. So hopefully he has a great offseason and he's ready to go, because obviously he slides right back into the rotation. Monty was really good this year.
Unfortunately,
Um,
the run support was
right.
killer for him.
Nasty Nestor. I mean,
Bronxy.
what a freaking hidden gem he was, huh?
I
Um,
still can't believe that. That's still like absurd to me. That
is he our fifth
who is
starter?
Nestor? I think
You know,
I mean, he definitely can be.
I would be
Which
good
that's
with
the
that.
great thing about Nestor Cortez is, you know, say we sign like some crazy good. Say we sign like Max Scherzer, which I'm not saying we will, but
Nah, he ain't coming yet. But yeah,
obviously, but hypothetically. So let's say Cole, another ace from God knows where, Monty, Sevy, and then you could do Nestor, or you have Tyone still.
well, Tyone and Kluber are the big question marks. Obviously, Kluber's on a 1 year
I miss
deal. I think
Kluber. I forget
Tyone
that
is.
Kluber threw a no hitter like every day.
Yeah, I think Tyone is arbitration eligible again this year. I'll have to check on that. But
I would like to keep
um,
Tyone around
listen, he showed a lot of promise this year. He stayed healthy for the most part. Obviously, he had that
till the end,
injury at the end of the season there. But
and then pitched
uh,
3 innings that were fantastic.
yeah, I'd be okay bringing back Tyone at as a back end of the rotation guy. But I'd really, really like a solid number two because Cole has
Nestor.
his yips here and there, of course. Um, do you maybe take a flyer on a 30 what 8-year old um, Tommy John recovering? Hold on, I want to make sure I get his age right here. He is 38. Yes, coming off Tommy John surgery. Do you take a flyer like you did on Kluber with Justin Verlander?
Yes,
I mean,
maybe.
I think
Okay,
it's a good option.
it's definitely a good option.
I'm sure
Would
he'll
I
take a
rather?
1 year deal from anybody at this point.
Yeah,
You know,
at this point, uh, you want to say serious moves are going to be made, not even just with the team, but with the coaching staff. Now, I want to get this out of the way. I am Aaron Boone's biggest fan. I do not
hmm
want him gone. I love Aaron Boone. And I think he's done a great job because you look at the people see like the playoff, like how we've done in the playoffs since he's been here. Okay, great. Cool. Maybe a manager can only do as much of as his team lets him. That's what I say.
right. The players have to perform. Bottom line, and
Exactly. It's not his fault that they freaking could not hit for crap this year.
right, and we know that he gets sent a quote unquote optimal lineup. You know, down each game. Before each game, and then he makes changes as he sees fit. Now,
Is that every team or is that just the Yankees?
it's probably all these analytic driven teams. The big analytic driven teams.
Mm-hmm.
But what what does he really not what does he really do, but what does he have control over? And again, the players, it doesn't matter who you throw out there, they have to perform. That goes without saying.
Exactly.
But if your boss who's paying you all these millions of dollars slips you this piece of paper and says, "Here, listen, they think this, we should do this, but if you want to change anything or tweak it or whatever,
You're
go
not
right
going to
ahead."
change that much.
Right? You're gonna feel a little bit of, oh man, if I don't do what they say, these guys are gonna fire me or whatever. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe he needs a little bit of a revamp on the coaching staff. Obviously, Phil Nevin. I love Phil Nevin, but I don't know. That was just a god awful play sending Judge in that wild
Yeah,
card game.
no. I think Phil Nevin talked about it. He said he doesn't regret sending him,
hmm Yeah, well, I
which
mean,
is
I
my.
give him credit for that. You stand by what you did. You know what I mean?
But that was a dumb move. Why are you standing by your dumb move?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. In the moment, he thought it was the right move, and it took a perfect throw to
One
get him.
out.
But the
One out.
perfect throw was there in, it was 45 minutes before Judge got there.
Yeah, no.
So
It
I don't
was
know, but
like literally almost in the catcher's club by the time Judge was
yeah,
rounding third.
yeah, and I don't know. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a long off season. Based on the new CBA and what's going to happen. Hopefully, there's not a lockout. It's going to be interesting to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's going to be, I feel like there's going to be a lot of player movement, and it's going to be fast. Obviously, once everything gets squared away. But we'll see. I mean, it's time to get going here because Judge isn't getting any younger. Stanton isn't getting any younger.
Stanton definitely isn't getting any younger.
And
Gardy
Cole
probably
now too.
wants another ring.
We got 2 years of Cole gone now and nothing to show for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but that's where we are. Obviously, once the off season really gets going, which hopefully will be before January, before the CBA's up. We'll have plenty to talk about and discuss there. The Rays and the Red Sox, I hope they both lose.
I do want to say conspiracy theory here. If you look at like the logo for the playoff thing for this year, it has 2 flags in it. Every year that they've had like those 2 flags in it, the Red Sox have won the World Series.
Well, let's see.
Someone said this is definitely scripted. I will say, screw the umpires. They really just picked the worst umpires for the playoffs because I hate Kevin Kiermaier and I hate the Rays, but justice for Kevin Kiermaier and the Rays.
Listen, you can't. That's what the rule is. They made the right call.
It went off the top of the wall, didn't it?
Yeah, the top of the wall, and then it hit the Boston outfielder and bounced over.
Well, that's a dumb rule.
That's what it is. Yeah,
they're gonna change it now.
Right. I mean, the outfielder could have made the play. I understand if it bounces in the outfield and then goes over, that's a different story. But technically, according to the rule, they made the right call. Do I agree with it? No. But do I agree with half the freaking rules?
That's
no.
Like a balk.
Oh God, a balk.
Did you see the White Sox play?
With that. No,
I was rooting for the White Sox, but okay, so I don't even know what happened. This dude hits it. He goes to the catcher. He chooses to throw it home because there was a runner on third with I think it was no one out actually. And no, it was the first baseman chooses to. He might have stepped on the bag first. I don't know, but he throws it home. But this dude who was running to first was running on the grass, so it hit him, deflected off of him. Catcher had no shot.
Nice.
If it didn't hit him, easy play at the plate. Easy play.
Well, listen, I can really, I can care less.
I'll shut up about the Astros now, though, because I don't want them to win.
No, I mean, yeah, give me the White Sox,
please. What if it's an
please,
Astros Red Sox?
Listen, it's Astros Red Sox or it's Astros Rays, so we're screwed either way.
I hate the Rays less than the Red Sox, though.
Let's go Braves, I guess.
Oh my God, I hope the Braves win. I hope
the Braves win. Without
Acuna
and Ozuna. I mean, that team is just good for that, man.
They're so good.
Yeah.
I love them.
But, all right, that's going to put a ball in the MLB talk for now.
Thank God. I hate baseball. Baseball's a fake sport, actually.
No, baseball's the best. It's just very frustrating. Now.
I'm mad.
Now. We will start. We'll get to our predictions and all that sort of stuff, but we will start with what's going on with the Seattle Kraken lately, huh?
Shut up. They named the captain before the Rangers.
Listen, the New York Rangers, as you know, they have announced that everybody and their brother and their cousin and their sister and their vet
and their great aunt
an alternate captain this year. So congratulations to
captain.
What?
Half the team. Congratulations to half the team on being awarded an A.
It's a joke. It's a joke. They had 4 of them last year. They rotated
that
them
I could work with. 4 I can 110% work with, especially with the 4 that we had.
Right, you're gonna have 3 that have it anyway. That's fine.
Throw in an extra one. Go ahead. Trouba deserves
I get it. And I get Kreider. He's here for a while. I get Mika to sign that new extension. Panarin's obviously here, even though he doesn't want a letter. Trouba's here.
Thank God.
Strome is here for now. I'd like him to stay, depending on how much he wants. Yes. Yeah, and Barclay Goodrow
hasn't been here for 3 months.
Has he unpacked yet? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he's still moving things here from Tampa.
Yeah, so I don't know. Again, Gallant knows better than we do. Obviously, it was his call, according to everybody.
Drury said, "Oh
Um,
yeah, I've been with this team for God knows how long, but you who have been here for 5 minutes, you get to make the final call."
you know what? But I like that though. He's the coach. He's around the players the most. He knows them, or is going to know them better than anybody. I'm down with that. That's fine. My issue is, what the hell are you telling us that we're gonna have a captain before opening night, and then now we don't?
If I was a
I
betting man, I'd
understand
say we
things
have a captain.
change. What?
Good thing he's not a betting man.
Oh God, I know. I don't know. It's just frustrating because, like I said, it's more for. And again, I know you can lead without a letter and this, that, the other thing. I just, you know, to have that captain, it's like obviously we had Messier,
Fun fact.
Callahan, McDonough. It was just,
hmm Just a
I don't know.
quick fun fact of the day. Only
Yeah.
one team in NHL history has ever won a Stanley Cup without a captain, and that is the Calgary Flames. I researched because I was
Speaking
curious.
of Calgary Flames or
And
former Calgary Flames, Giordano, congratulations to him
I'm
on being
so
the Seattle captain. Again, like I said earlier, they haven't played an official game yet, but they have a captain, and we do.
yeah, maybe it makes sense.
Isn't Giordano like 70?
Yes,
So he's going to be the captain for a year?
probably. I think he's on a very very short deal.
All right, my thing is with this whole alternate captain talk, is it to keep
They're
the seat
trolling.
warm for Fox?
No, it's to keep the seat warm for Laugh. Actually, but
You think?
I think Laugh's more of a leader than Fox. I think Fox is a better player, obviously, but I think
Well, yeah,
Laugh
that
is
goes
more of a
without
leader.
saying.
I think Laugh and his personality more than anything. You see him, he's always smiling, and you know what? Gallant said it. He was like, he's always goofing off, but like not in a bad way. And he's
Yeah.
not. He's always just kind of like joking around. Again, not in a bad way. He brings that energy to the team. Reminds them. We're not just hockey robots.
Yeah. And happy
We're
birthday
here
to
to
him
have
too,
fun.
right? I think today's his
Yes,
birthday.
he's 20.
20 years old. Holy crap. Talking about making me feel old.
I thought he was 21, but I was
Oh,
wrong.
God.
He's 20 years old, and so I think if they're keeping the seat warm for anyone, it's him. I think he just brings that. All the players talk about it too. Truba's talked about it. Mika's talked about it. Kreider's talked about it. He brings that energy to the team that and we hope he never loses that spark to him. He's just so happy all the time.
I'm surprised you didn't break down because Trouba wasn't the captain.
I would have broken down if Kreider was the captain. The fact that they didn't
Imagine
name a
Trouba
captain.
didn't even get an alternate.
Dad, I literally wouldn't be a Rangers fan right now.
Man.
I was so prepared to lose my shit because I was like, watch, you're going to make Ryan Reeves captain because Gallant is the coach.
Yes.
Sammy
you know
Blake.
who I'm going to say.
Well,
The leg, baby.
Unfortunately, the real
AHL, the
captain
leg.
is in the AHL right now, and I was very upset about that. But
The leg, right?
yes. But
love Greg McKegg.
Here's my thing. I just feel like it's okay, especially with having six alternate captains is absurd as it is. But what happens if they disagree? What happens if the alternate captains disagree? Because that's the point of a captain, is to make the final call. Now we have six alternate captains, and they're all supposed to agree on everything?
Then they got to roll a dice and see who gets.
They got to flip a coin? Like I don't understand.
12 times?
Here.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen,
Like,
Gallant says it's worked for him in the past. He likes doing this, and
Gallant never named a captain in Vegas either, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he likes it. I don't know. Listen,
I don't give a shit
if he goes out there and wins Coach of the Year and leads us to the playoffs, and we make this surprising deep run. Listen.
Oh yeah, no, then I'll shut up.
Right. I mean, he's the greatest of all time.
Here's my thing though, is that if we don't do that,
you got a lot of things.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of things. Okay, because this team is frustrating.
I can tell.
If we don't make the playoffs, or if we don't, do well, I'm gonna be pissed because he wants this is what he wanted. He wanted no captain. He wanted six alternates. 6.
Yes, this is correct. We know this already.
The number is mind-boggling to me.
6?
What use do you have for 6 alternate captains?
Listen, just in case 3 of them get sick, I guess. I don't know.
When Trouba gets hurt, when Kreider gets hurt, and when Mika gets hurt, right?
Yeah. All right, let's make our predictions, and then we'll finish up with a little more Ranger talk.
Okay.
All right. Let's start out in the Pacific. Obviously, we'll come back around, leave the Metro for last.
Okay.
Who do you got top 3 in the Pacific, which obviously top 3 we're back to normal this year. Top 3 make the playoffs, and the next 2 best records are the wild cards.
So, for the Pacific.
So,
in first place.
Yes.
My least favorite team in the Pacific.
That would be
Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Yes, correct. I agree with you.
In second place,
yes.
My second least favorite team in the Pacific, the Edmonton Oilers.
I agree with you as well.
And in third place, I think Mr. Quinton Jerome Hughes, the Vancouver Canucks.
Not a chance.
You don't think the Canucks are going to do good?
Nope.
So
Seattle takes that third spot.
Oh my God. Seattle has no.
Listen, I'm telling you, it's going to be, they're going to follow in Vegas's footsteps. They're not going to get to the finals, but they're going to make the playoffs. Philip Grubauer is going to dominate.
Philip Grubauer is about the only good thing about that team.
All right. So those are our 3 for the Pacific. We agree on 2 of them. Who do you got for the Central? Obviously, this is easy.
In first place, my favorite team in the Central. Actually, my second favorite team in the Central, the Colorado Avalanche.
Correct. Who do you got 2?
Jacob Trouba's former team, the Winnipeg Jets.
No, they're taking a step back this year. Hellebuck can't do everything. I got the Minnesota Wild.
I don't have them making the playoffs.
Yeah, I got them as 2. Yep.
And then in third, the team I hate this team so much, and it's going to pain me if they make the playoffs for a reason of one player.
I know what you're going to say.
The St. Louis Blues.
Yep, and that's who I have as well.
Thanks for Sammy Blais, though.
Yep. Pavel Buchnevich.
He would have an A. He'd have 7.
And your 2 wildcard teams from the West are?
The Nashville Predators.
Ugh.
And the Calgary Flames.
I have the Calgary Flames.
Yes!
And the Dallas Stars.
I hate Dallas. I couldn't bring myself to pick them.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a little bounce back this year.
I also do want to add that because I'm looking at my predictions from the other podcast I was on.
Mm-hmm.
So just use the same ones. I do not have the Ducks in last. The Sharks are going to be in last in the Pacific.
Oh God, who cares? Ducks, Sharks, they all suck. Who cares?
I also want to add that I think the Kings are going to make a push. I think they have a lot of good young guys, but they're not going to make it in the end. They're going to be close, though.
Yeah, they might be close, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, they still got some good veteran leadership with Kopitar, obviously, but we'll...
and they have Alex Turcotte.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, Atlantic. This is a beast of a division.
It really is. It's gotten to the point where there's like...
Listen, the East is stacked, okay? The Atlantic and the Metro.
I feel like everything except last place is debatable.
Yeah.
We all know it's going to be in last place.
Yeah.
So
all right,
the Atlantic,
who do you got taking it?
I mean, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Okay. I got the Boston Bruins.
I don't have them in the top 3.
Wow. Really?
Nope.
Listen, until Boston proves otherwise, I have to stay with them, you know? All right, who do you got for 2?
The other Florida team, the Panthers. I think they take a major step forward.
Okay, I got Tampa 2.
And then third, I love this team, and I feel bad for their fans. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
I have the Florida Panthers 3rd.
Okay. And then the Metro?
Yeah. The Metro.
This pains me to say my first place pick, and I don't want to say it. And
I'm going to agree with you, I think.
Physically to say, but the New York Islanders.
Yeah.
The New York Islanders.
That's for Gabby, yeah. The New York Islanders, as the great Steve Summers says. Yeah, I think they're going to win the Metro.
I want it to be the Canes, but it won't. Actually, I don't want it to be the Canes. Screw the Canes. Screw Tony
I'd like
D'Angelo.
the Rangers to win the Metro.
Well, that'd be nice.
Yep. I got the Canes second. I suppose
Yeah,
you
me
do
too.
too. Yeah. Third,
Okay. As much
don't
as I
say the
don't.
Rangers.
No, I'm not saying the Rangers.
Oh.
As much as I don't want to say this team, it has become thoroughly difficult to pick against Sidney Crosby.
Okay.
So I'm saying the Penguins just
All right.
because if I don't say the Penguins, they're gonna get third.
See, and I have the same thought process, if you will, on the
You're saying
Capitals.
Capitals?
Yeah.
I have the Capitals missing by a long shot.
Yeah, huh? I don't know. Their goaltending's good. They still got Ovechkin.
They're a nursing home.
Listen, until Ovi slows down,
Until Crosby slows down.
who are your two wild cards?
The Boston Bruins
Okay.
and the New York Rangers.
I have the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York
Ouch!
Rangers. Yeah, I don't have Toronto making the playoffs.
That's insane.
Listen, I'm doing it for their fans, okay?
Don't
They
give
get
them
their
the
hopes
pain of
up
losing
every
in the
single
first.
year, and they just suck in the first round, okay? I'm doing it for you, Toronto. All right?
Oh
God, you guys don't need to go through that pain anymore.
I feel so bad for them.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's freaking brutal.
It's so sad. I
These
really
great
feel
regular
bad for them.
seasons, and they just get thrown away all the time.
Or they'll get a 3-0 lead in the series and then
Yeah. I
they
don't know.
crap
But yeah,
out.
I don't have them making the playoffs, and good, because Tavares, I don't know, he annoys me.
So a little
Austin Matthews'
division.
mustache annoys me. You know.
Austin Matthews' mustache is that's the deciding factor for
Yeah,
you.
I don't know. He's such a great player, but dude, the mustache, man.
Can we
come
talk
on.
about why he's on the cover again? Sorry, I'm mad about that still.
It's because of the stash, I guess. Apparently,
I
it
guess it's
looks
because of the stash.
nice or whatever. I don't know. All right, your Stanley Cup final is.
The New York Islanders
Oof.
and the Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh man,
it's gonna kill me.
You. Obviously, you got to root for Vegas because
Obviously.
Yeah,
I do
but
have
that's
Vegas
gonna
winning though, ultimately, but in 7 games.
That's brutal.
In
I
7
have
games too.
the Colorado Avalanche.
I pick them every year and they never get there.
Yeah, I think this is the year.
I said that
And-
last year.
Yeah, even without Grubauer, I think they get there.
Did you pull a me?
And-
Do you have the Philadelphia? Oh wait, you didn't even have Philly make the playoffs. Never
No,
mind.
hell no. I am going with the Carolina Hurricanes.
I hope so. Actually, no, I don't. I don't want to see Tony D'Angelo there.
Yeah, listen, I'd rather see them than the Islanders any day of the week. So,
Derek Stepan though.
and your Stanley Cup champion is the Colorado Avalanche.
So we both picked the West to win.
Yes.
I
Coach
hate Vegas, man.
Of the year, the Jack Adams.
Gerard Gallant. But if the Devils make the playoffs, it'll be Lindy Ruff.
Your boy Lindy Ruff. I saw some predictions by these experts, whatever, and they had the Devils making the playoffs. I'm like,
I do think the Devils take a serious step forward
Listen,
this year.
simmer down, okay? Simmer down with that talk.
Jack Hughes.
Coach of the year. Coach of the year for Gabby
No,
is Barry Trotz.
not Mr. Potato Head.
Yes, it is. It is. Listen, it pains me to
Humpty
say it, but
Dumpty.
it is. It is.
I can't. The fact that David Quinn got higher place votes than Barry Trotz last year makes me laugh.
Listen, someone should get beat over the head for that. That's I don't know.
David Quinn was a finalist for the Jack Adams.
Imagine if David Quinn was in the NHL anymore. Oh no, he's not. All right, your Norris Trophy winner is.
Unfortunately, not Adam Fox. I don't think he goes 2 in a row, but I think he'll be
back
a finalist
to back
still.
stuff. Back to back.
He'll be a finalist still, in my opinion. But the guy who probably would have won it this year if he didn't get hurt, because that's just how the writers think, Cale Makar.
And I agree with you.
And somehow Victor Hedman will still be a finalist.
Oh, he'll be a finalist for sure. Your MVP, which means most valuable player.
Thank you for that, Tab.
You're welcome.
I'm going to say
do it.
Artemi Panarin.
Oh, man.
He should have won it. He should have won it
Listen.
over Draisaitl.
I would love Bread to win it, but
It's hard to bet against. I know who you're going to say.
Yeah, of course, McDavid. I mean,
It's
what am I
impossible
going
to
to
bet
do?
against him.
You know what I mean? I'm playing my odds here, you know?
If the Oilers have like a first round exit, I'm going to be very disappointed because I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he should just come to the Rangers and
He
play for
should.
free
He should.
before
We'll
he gets
pay
too
him
old.
league minimum.
All right, your Calder Trophy winner, Rookie of the Year.
Okay, before I say my actual pick, I do want to mention.
Before you say Trevor Zegras?
Before I say Trevor Zegras,
Yeah.
I would like to say I do think that Nils Lundkvist is going to get some talk around him. But
all right.
My Calder pick is no New York Rangers fan. Anaheim Ducks legend. Team USA MVP. Trevor Zegras.
Oh, okay, great. My prediction
I swear to God, Dad.
My prediction is
don't say it.
One Mr.
Don't say it.
Cole Caulfield.
No.
Yes.
No. He's not even going to be a finalist.
Cole Caulfield will win it, even though I don't like his team at all.
I got beef with Cole Caulfield, okay? Gabby gets mad at me because I shit talk Cole Caulfield all the time.
And the final award we will predict, the Vezina Trophy.
Igor Shesterkin. No, I'm kidding. That'd be sick though, wouldn't it?
That would be.
I'm gonna say, who should have won it this year? Andrei Vasilevsky. It's damn near impossible to say it's not going to be him. But I'm saying Varlamov is going to be second.
So Vazzy wins it, Varlamov second.
Mm-hmm.
I, once again for Gabby, have Varlamov winning it.
She hates Varlamov.
I know, but it's an Islander at least. Like listen, the thing is though, I don't know how feasible that is because I think Sorokin and Varlamov are going to split
pretty much
time a lot. Yeah. So I don't know how feasible that is. Obviously Vazzy's going to play 90% of the games. So you
who is Tampa's backup? I don't even know.
Does it matter?
Nope. That dude.
You know what I mean?
That dude won 2 Stanley Cups with them and then retired.
They could just give Vazzy a day off, put an empty net, 6 guys out there, and whatever. They might still make it close.
The thing with that is, the guy just retired. He won 2 Stanley Cups as the backup goalie. I've never heard his name before. I don't know who it was. He just retired. I forget his name again.
Well, look it up, man.
Well, it's the Tampa dude who just retired.
Yeah, that helps.
I don't know. He was the backup goalie for Andrei Vasilevsky. I'm supposed to remember his name.
You know who their backup is now?
Who?
Brian Elliott.
Oh God, that sucks.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll give up a bunch of goals to us again. The hell is this guy's name? I'm looking because I know that the NHL posted about it. Okay, I'm just gonna Google it.
It's not Louis Domingue, is it?
No, it's not him.
No, because he was gone after that.
He was gone.
He was gone before that, rather. Yeah. McElhaney?
Maybe.
No. Yeah, in 2019 he signed a 2-year contract with them. So I don't know.
Where the frick did he go? Oh yeah, no, it was McElhaney.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, now they got Brian Elliott. Well-traveled Brian Elliott.
Brian Elliott, Philly legend.
God, Philly
legendary
legend.
For being owned by Mika Zibanejad.
The Flyers.
I'm gonna.
I can't wait till we smack them around 9 goals again.
I have the Flyers below the Capitals, but by 1 spot.
Yeah, it's this freaking league is just loaded now, man. Especially our division and our conference. And
can we be moved to the West? Can you put us in the Pacific?
Well, we cannot really be any more on the East Coast, so
it's okay. We'll pretend.
I don't think that's going to work out too well. I mean, then again, Nashville's in the Western Conference.
How does that work? I don't know.
Listen.
Now, the question, who is going to break out for the Rangers this year?
Who is going to break out for the Rangers? My prediction is
Like
Kravtsov.
5 people.
Yeah, I think
Kravtsov.
Kravtsov's going to have a big year. Yeah.
I have like 4 options, maybe
Yeah, I
5 if
know.
you count Nils Lundqvist.
Laugh, Nils, Kravtsov, Kako, right?
Yeah, can you guess the other one?
Um, not McKegg.
Sadly, no.
I don't know. I don't think you'd say Sammy Blay.
No, but that'd be sick. I love Sammy Blay.
What, Keandre?
Mm-hmm. I think he's gonna have a really good year. You know, he's getting more physical. I know you didn't watch preseason all that much, but I did. And
I watched 2
he's
periods of the last game or the second to last game.
whoop-de-doo, in the words of David Quinn. But no, Andre's looked really good. He looked really physical, which is something that he hit a couple times last year.
Physical. What?
He hit a little bit last year, but he's really been hitting in preseason.
Yeah, he bulked up a little bit too, from everything I'm hearing.
You know,
And he's got that sweet goatee, right?
Oh God, freaking Jacob Trouba started laughing about it.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Jacob Trouba, bounce back year. I'm telling you, I'm calling it now. Like I called the Gary Sanchez redemption tour. I'm calling it now.
I mean, if he's any worse, he wasn't bad last year. I'm not going to get on him. You know what I mean? He wasn't bad, but
he wasn't good. But he wasn't bad.
But still, everybody's going to always go back to the contract, and I don't do that. I can't do that because it is what it is.
Chris Kreider's contract sucks too. Can we talk shit about him?
I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
Jacob Trouba is a very he. What I will say about him in preseason, not taking many dumb penalties anymore.
Well, that's good.
Not. You know, I think he took 1, and it was in like the first game. He has not been taking dumb penalties, and he hasn't been initiating anything. Granted, I'm sure he'll initiate a little something on season opener, but
is Ovi playing the season opener? I know he's questionable, right?
I don't know. Hopefully not. No offense to him, but that'd be nice.
Reeves if he is still kind of questionable, right?
Reeves said, okay, Gallant said that he is almost 100% that Reeves is going to play. He was skating today. He looked really good skating. Vince tweeted.
I know he had the non-contact jersey on today, I think, right?
Well, yeah, probably just.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he'll be fine. It'll be cutting it close, obviously, because it's in 2 days. But I definitely think he'll be fine. And I'm trying to look for something because I saw a tweet today, and it's really funny because they were talking about the lineup projections for the season opener, and obviously they sent Kravtsov down. That's just, I think he's still not 100%, so rather than give him a roster spot, you also avoid putting Gauthier or Hunt on waivers. And Hannah's boy, Libor Hayek, isn't on waivers, which is unfortunate.
Libor Hayek, man. I think they still have, high hopes for him.
Yeah, I don't really know why. Has he given us any reason to have high hopes for him?
Not really.
Oh, here it is. So Vince tweets the lineup, what he thinks it's going to be. So Laugh, Zibanejad, Kreider, Panarin, Strome, Kakko, Blais, Heaton, Goudreau, Hunt, Rooney, Reeves, Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trouba, Tenorti, Nemeth. So someone quote tweets it and says, so essentially, Laugh, Mika, death, Panarin, Strome, Kakko, death, Heaton, death, 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 Fox, Miller, death, death, death. A lot of death.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I think someone said they're going to wait, and then whoever beats the crap out of Tom Wilson the most gets the C. I say give the C to whoever beats up Tony DeAngelo first.
Listen, give it to somebody.
Give it to Trouba so anybody. Stop being annoyed.
Put everybody's name in a hat. Put everybody's name in the Broadway hat. Shuffle it around. Shake it up a little bit.
No, because then if you're going to do that, freaking Jared Tenorti's name is going to come out.
God.
He's going to play 4 games this year.
He better not even play that much.
No, he's going to play the 4 Capitals games. That's it, though. Poor Lundqvist, man. He's going to be sitting in, like, the locker room watching it on, like, the TV. So, like, Damn, I'm glad I wasn't playing this game.
Yeah,
I
we'll
want
protect him
to.
for those games.
Yeah, I think we owe him that much.
Mm.
Kako bulked up, but he said he's not going to fight anyone, which is a little unfortunate.
No, he better not.
Not that I'd want him to fight Wilson, but
No, score some goals. Okay, I'm not worried about
Laugh
him fighting anybody.
Alexis Lafreniere had 5 hits last game, I believe. Last game of the
Listen,
preseason.
you better simmer down with that.
Alexis Lafreniere. Now, Alexa, stop. My Alexa went off.
Punch it. Yeah, I listen. I want to see the guys who are supposed to score, and don't try to. I understand you want to be a well-rounded player, but you don't got to be. You don't got to be Mike Tyson out there.
I don't think Alexis Lafreniere is going to be Mike Tyson anytime soon.
Neither do I. But play your game. Worry about doing what you do best, and that's it. Leave that other stuff to the goons.
You could be Sammy Blay and hit and have sick hands.
Listen, some players are just built like that. You know what I mean, and you know it. So
Sammy Blay has impressed me so much. I'm like floored. He's impressed me so much.
We gotta. He's our guy now. Bushnevich is gone, and that's it.
I saw something that
I'm
was
sure
like
Bushnevich is a little sad because if he was still here, he'd probably be the 7th alternate captain.
He would. That's what I was saying. I was like, he'd probably have an A right now.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm over it. I'm just like done. I'm done.
Listen, at least we have real hockey games on Wednesday. I know tomorrow, but Rangers play Wednesday, and then the home opener on Thursday, and we have a full 82 game season, and we have a lot of talent, a lot of young talent, a lot of veteran talent.
There's not even a good game on tomorrow. It's Pittsburgh versus Tampa and Seattle versus Vegas.
I mean,
and Seattle versus Vegas is at 10 o'clock.
Right. Well, they are on the West Coast, so.
Well, that's stupid. I also hate that we have to watch freaking TNT.
Listen, yeah, it's NBC Sports Network. That's up. It's TNT, USA, and ESPN. Listen, ESPN back in the day used to have hockey, as you know, and it was the best. It was so good. Barry Melrose with his freaking mullet, the music and everything. It gets you fired up. It's like that old Rangers music when they first, right before Sam Rosen comes on and everything. It's just, I don't know, get you going. So. I don't know. It just sucks we got to wait an extra day to hear Sam Rosen call a real game because obviously it's on TNT on Wednesday.
I think we went 3-2 in preseason, if I'm doing that math correctly.
Well, you know what?
I just have a question. How did they beat the Islanders?
Say, in the words of The Rock, it doesn't matter.
How did they beat the Islanders who were playing their entire roster?
Because it's preseason.
But they were missing half of their top 6.
Because it's preseason.
Jacob Trouba almost scored a goal.
All right, that's crazy talk right now.
It is.
If Jacob Trouba scores on your team, you should automatically.
Franchise.
That's it. You're gone from the NHL. You're
Fold
banished.
the franchise.
That's it. Done.
Yep, that's it. I've
decided. Or be called the Ottawa Senators. Either or. Anyway. All right.
Filipino
so
franchise.
That's it. We got our predictions in. We got all that stuff. Aaron Boone, if he's let go, is going to probably go to the San Diego Padres. Just saying.
Wait, why?
I don't know. There's a bunch of talk of, San Diego's interested after they got rid of Jace Tingler or whatever the hell his name is.
No, they can't have him. I hate the Padres.
Listen, he'll go there, and Tatis and Machado
because watch, you know what'll happen is Boone will go there and they'll win the World Series, and all these Yankees fans are like, maybe Boone wasn't the problem.
Listen, is Boone allowed to do and say more there than he does here? Then it's a different story. And, and a lot of people always say, "Oh, I want a Buck Showalter. I wanted this, that, the other thing." You want a grizzled veteran, manager. And listen, I would love Buck Showalter to come back. He basically built that 96 team and managed it. And then obviously he, lost his job after 95 and then Torrey came in, but that's a whole nother story. But Buck Showalter isn't, You go down and you hand Buck Showalter a quote unquote optimal lineup. He's going to take that, crumple it up, and throw it in your face. He's an old school guy. He's running the show, and that's it. But if Boone is let go or not brought back, I should say, because his contract is up, I would love somebody like that. But it's just, it's not really the way of modern day baseball right now, unfortunately. So
why did the Houston game get postponed?
I believe inclement weather.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Was this one in Chicago?
Yes. Game 3 and 4 are in Chicago.
Ooh, Scherzer's pitching tonight. I love Scherzer. Is Scherzer the one with 2 different color eyes?
Yes, he is.
That's
and he's a freaking bull, man. He's a stud. He's I don't know. I don't know what other words to describe him, but he's a stud.
One thing I want to say about the Yankees is to everyone shitting on Garrett Cole as if you weren't cheering him on the week prior, shut up. You're an idiot. And he hurt his hamstring. And you mean you can blame it on the injury? Ultimately, he didn't have his stuff regardless. But
right, it had to have hampered him a little bit. He never said that. He won't say it. Still, he made one bad pitch, and
it was downhill.
He wasn't. And again, this goes back to win the damn division. Okay, because baseball
8 games to the Baltimore Orioles and don't get swept by the Detroit Tigers.
Baseball is that sport. It's not like the NBA, where if you have to play one game and you got KD, Kyrie, and James Harden, you can go out there and just demolish whoever you want.
Exactly.
It's freaking baseball.
Susan.
The Dodgers, well, let's say the Giants, right? They had the most wins this season. They could play the Orioles and get spanked one game. I know they're in different division, different leagues and all that stuff. I'm just using it as an example. They could play the Pittsburgh Pirates and get shellacked. It's one game. It doesn't. There's no anything. If you wake up on the wrong side of the bed that day, you're done. That's it. That's why you got to win the damn division and not let the $60 million payroll Tampa Bay Rays win it. Because you know what? Yeah, Tampa's down 2-1, but they're still in it. They still have a chance because it's a freaking series.
We all know they're going to end
up one and done.
Giants,
that's it.
With whatever. Tampa's just unbelievable, and it's like as much as I hate them, they're a very admirable franchise, and it's like annoying that I have to say that, but
yeah, they can kick rocks.
I mean, obviously, I'd rather them move on than Boston, but
I want
either of them.
Move on.
Yeah,
I'd rather go to Game 5, and it goes to like the 534th inning.
But who would win?
Nobody. They just call it a tie, and they both get eliminated. And then Chicago comes back and beats Houston. So
and they automatically go to the World Series.
Yep.
Chicago versus Braves?
Listen, if Chicago somehow, the fraud team that they are, came out of the American League, that would be the most wonderful thing in the world.
I would be the happiest person ever. You know what? They freaking suck. They don't suck, but they're not good.
Well, they do suck. They're a joke. They're a joke. They play in the worst friggin' division. They suck. And it annoys me.
It's so frustrating. What's so frustrating is that we really like teams that are in hard divisions. I mean, with the exception of football, at least for you. The Yankees, 4 out of the 5 teams had over 90 wins.
Yep.
The only way we all know the only way that can happen is if one team has over 100 losses. And thank you, Baltimore. Sorry, we couldn't give you 8 more.
Listen, we went 18-1 against them 2 years ago, so let's try to do that again this year, please.
Gleyber Torres owned them 2 years ago, and then it's just, I'm just over it because who does Baltimore have? They have Cedric Mullins and they have Trey Mancini. That's it.
Ryan Mountcastle's pretty good.
That's a good point. Well, I think he actually hit a home run the game we went to. It's probably a safe bet. I think the whole roster hit a home run.
Oh God, yeah.
Thank you, Andrew Heaney, and who's
gone, by the way. Thank God. He left free agency over the AAA assignment.
I'm so glad he's gone. I don't have to deal with him anymore.
Yeah, except whatever team he goes to, he's going to come back and throw a no-hitter against us next year.
Can't wait till we get to face Brooks Kriske next year.
Brooks Kriske. All right. That's it for the show. Our predictions, like I said, are in. Let's see how well we do.
I didn't pick Philly this year, so hopefully I'll do good.
Yeah, you didn't pick Carter Hart for the Vezina, so
That was really a low point in my life.
gosh. I think you did that just to make Hannah feel good because I don't even understand.
I thought he was gonna break out last year.
Yeah, he broke out. He broke out in the shits.
Wait, when I was on the other podcast, we were talking about like breakout players for every team, and we got to the Sabres, and so I said Dylan Cousins, but
I would have said Skip.
So no, one of them goes Jack Eichel, and by break out, I mean he's gonna break out of Buffalo. Someone save that man.
Yeah,
I don't care who it is.
At least another good thing about this Zibanejad signing is that pretty much takes us out of that talk, which is,
Relieving.
Thank you.
I don't have to hear about it anymore.
Yep. All right. I guess, I'll wrap up here and I'll talk to you later on.
Bye.
All right, bye. All right, guys, thanks for listening. And as always, be well.